Hey guys, it's Zach. I've realized that I've done a lot of videos today, but it's my day off because it's Martin Luther King Day, so there's no school. And I'm bored. But I'm here right now to discuss my blood sugar today. It's driving me fucking nuts. I don't understand what is going on. For the past couple days, I started the Omnipod on Thursday, which was January 17th, 2019. And since, my first, I started it at around, I put the first pod on at, 9:15 a.m. that day. And, for the rest of the day, my blood sugars were kind of low. The lowest it was 54. And it stayed around, I would say, 64 pretty much the whole rest of the morning, afternoon, and then mid-evening it started to level off. But I think that was just because I still had some of my leftover TJO, and so I played around with, the temporary basal and stuff. So it finally came up. But since the first day, my blood sugars have been really, really good. The highest I had before today was I want to say it was 167. And with my diabetes, my blood sugars have a tendency of running low, very low. So my doctor, unlike most type 1 diabetics, my doctor, instead of me being between 80 and 120, he would rather me be between 120 and he doesn't want me higher than 200. Because mine are constantly low, so he's slowly bringing that number down, but my last A1C was a 7.6, but he knew it was a 7. It was 7.3 the time before, but 7.6 isn't that bad. I mean, it's a little on the higher side, but it's not terrible. And my A1Cs are a little bit, he wants mine a little bit higher just because I'm very, insulin sensitive. Insulin affects my body a lot different than most type 1 diet. It really makes me crash a lot, especially when I was on long acting. I used to be on Lantus. Before I was on the pump, I was on Lantus, and that just constantly bottomed my blood sugar out all the time. I've mentioned in a couple past videos, there was about almost a year where I was passing out multiple times a day, blacking out. My sugars were just constantly low. I had no energy. I felt like shit. It sucked. But, I'm just the type of diabetic that is better off to be on an insulin pump. My blood sugars don't do well when I'm on multiple daily injections. They're just constantly low. So, but today, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Again, if you have sensitive ears, don't watch my videos. I like to swear. But I don't know what the fuck is going on. I woke up this morning at 10. I never sleep until 10, but I was tired. It took me a little while to fall asleep. I was off today. Normally, I'm up by 6:45, 7 o'clock to get ready for work, because, like I said in some of my past videos, I'm a teacher assistant. So, I teach autistic students. But, I got up at 10, and I felt I can still feel when my blood sugars are high. I'm unable to tell when my blood sugars are low anymore. I could feel fine, not be showing any symptoms, prick my finger, and my sugar's 43. But I can still tell when they're high. I got up, and I was oh, I think my blood sugar's a little high. And, my morning routine is I, get up, go to the bathroom, start my coffee, and then I sit down and I prick my finger. So when I pricked my finger, my sugar was 296. I haven't had a high number like that in forever. I can't believe it. I almost was what? So, I did my correction, and then I waited 1 or 2 hours. I pricked it again. It was 244. I'm what in the fuck? So, I changed my insulin, or my pod, because I'm on the Omnipod, if you haven't watched any of my other videos. I changed my pod because I had 30 units left of insulin in the one I had on, so I changed it. And I waited, and then when the beep beeper, my PDM beeped for me to prick my finger after 2 hours. I checked it and it was 276. That was like 45 minutes ago. And I'm like, oh my aching asshole, what is going on? So I gave myself another correction and I increased my basal rate by 35% for an hour and a half just to see if that helps. Like, I don't know what is going on today. Like, I drank my coffee and I'm bad. I normally don't put sugar in my coffee. I normally use like flavored coffee creamer, which does have sugar in it, but it's not too bad. And like I said, my blood sugars, have a tendency of running low, so I'm able to eat more sweets than diabetics can have sugar and stuff, not like we can't. We just have to cover it with insulin, but I'm able to have like a little bit more, I think, than the average. So I normally don't put sugar in my coffee if I have flavored creamer, but I ran out, so I didn't have any today. So I did put some regular sugar in my coffee with milk. And I don't know if, I didn't give myself the correct bolus for my coffee with the sugar and milk in it, and that's why my blood sugars have been a little bit higher today. But it's one of those, shitty diabetes days where I'm like, what the fuck? Calm down, blood sugar. Ugh, all you type 1 diabetics out there, you will definitely understand what I mean. Like, sometimes we just have these days where we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, either it's low, or it's high, or it's low, then it's high, or it's high, then it's really low. Like, holy moly, I really don't want one of those days today. But, like I said, I did my correction. I increased my basal. That's the one thing I love about the Omnipod. Like, I know with, when I was on the Medtronic and stuff, you could do temporary basals, but it wasn't a percentage. You had to say, I want, 0.08 units of insulin for the next 2 hours or whatever. But what I love about the Omnipod is it's a percentage, because my normal basal rate is 0.09. So that's what I get throughout the day. Every hour, however many, every 5 minutes, or I'm not really sure, how often the basal rate is given. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. But my basal rate is set at 0.09. So what I love with the Omnipod is you can increase it by the percentage. So I did 35%. And I've also decreased it because, not last night, or no, it was last night. I always check my blood sugar before I lay down to go to bed because I just want to know what it is. And I checked it last night and it was low. It wasn't too low. It was 68. So I decreased my basal rate 100% for a half hour. And I always sleep with, some juice or something next to my bed because I have a tendency of going low at night. So I always make sure I have some juice or something, all the time. I always make sure I have juice on my bedside stand just to be sure, in case it goes low. But it worked. It was good. It came up. I pricked it again after a couple hours. I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to check it. I checked it. It was 100. It was 120. So I was like, oh, perfect. Holla, 120. And then I woke up this morning, and 296. What the fuck? So I don't know what's going on. It's just one of those days, I guess. Hopefully I can get it down. I'm going to give it a little bit. Prick my finger again, and then we will see. Actually, I'll do it right now, and we'll see what it is. It's been about an hour, I think, since actually, I can look, because it will tell me when I did my last, correction, and we'll see how long it was. Oh. It's been 20 minutes. Yeah, right? It's been about a half an hour, because see, right here it says, bolus. Says last bolus 2:17 p.m. So let's give a little pricky prick, and let's see if it's starting to come down at all. Hopefully. mean, I feel fine. I don't feel like, ugh, or anything, but, ugh. I just don't like it when my numbers are like that. I know that's probably gross that I lick my finger. Or lick the blood off my finger, but, meh. Should have wiped it with an alcohol swab, but... What the fuck? And, like, I did change my pod earlier, but I kind of feel like if like, there was something wrong with the pod, it would be, like, sky high, you know? It would be a lot higher, like, maybe in, like, the 400s or 500s, but I guess in, like, but I mean, it has only been 30 minutes, so that's probably why it hasn't started to come down yet. But I am, at my next appointment, I am going to talk to my doctor because I really want to try the new Fiasp insulin, which is, like, the super fast acting, but I'm going to give it probably about another hour and a half, check my blood sugar, and maybe I'll come back on and see what's going on. But thanks, guys. Have a good day, and I'm sure I'll be back with another video in a couple of hours. Might even be 5 minutes from now if I think of something. Alright, bye!